Donald Trump just suffering his most crucial legal defeat yet. Let's see to the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass,
joined a lawsuit of public counsel and the ACLU to stop the warrantless, essentially, detainment of people, and also that they have to identify themselves. I mean, what it amounts to is racial profiling. And frankly, you heard from one of the leaders of the administration, Tom Homan, that basically said physical appearance was one of the things they took into consideration. Well, just think about it. Los Angeles is 3.8 million people. Just about 50% are Latino. So what does that mean? 50% people are suspect of being undocumented. But what has been happening is that when people are detained, we don't know who is detaining them. We don't know where they are. They have no contact with their families, no contact with legal counsel, and they're masked men. And so the lawsuit basically says that this is a violation of human rights. This is a violation of due process. And so now they have to stop. A temporary restraining order was granted by the judge. Now, of course, we anticipate that the administration will file an appeal. But I do believe that the behavior has been so egregious that even on appeal, I am hoping that the temporary restraining order stays in place. I have more confidence, frankly, in the judiciary that this is such an egregious overreach and violation of our Constitution that they will say, you know what, administration, you've just gone too far with this one. We have hundreds of Angelenos who don't know where their family members are. They don't know if they're still even in the United States because they've had no contact with them. So I think one evidence of change will be whether or not family members have already, and it should have happened because the ruling came down Friday, this is Sunday, whether or not they have been engaged with their family members, whether or not they have been able to receive legal counsel. And some people have been undocumented in our city for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Right. They have been taking care of their families, paying taxes like anybody else, have not been a burden on our city. And in fact, our city could not function without immigrant labor. And we just experienced the tragedy of the wildfires throughout our county. Well, how are we going to be able to build without employees, troops that were never needed in the first place? And so what I do believe that is happening with polling is that there's a lot of people who support the president's policies, but object to the tactics that are being used. And I know from having served 12 years in Congress that my Republican colleagues there who know better won't say anything, and they won't say anything because they're worried about retribution. And I'll tell you something.